It's a known scientific fact that you can't truly enjoy the Ant-Man and the Wasp film without first knowing the origin story of the Wasp, or the Wasp Woman per se. The origin goes like this. When Dr. Zinthorpe was fired from a bee company, he devised a special wasp jelly that causes one to de-age, which seems to help the career of an aging cosmetics company owner, only to turn her into the title character of the Wasp Woman. And somewhere along the way, she can make salt shakers and Pez dispensers big. This is canon, folks. Really, it tells you everything you need to know on the poster. This image is every member of the He-Man Woman Haters Club's worst nightmare. A beautiful woman by day, a lusting queen wasp by night? That's not the best way to start your divorce proceedings in court. While having a lot of similarities to The Fly, the film was released as a double bill with Beast from Haunted Cave. Because a beast from an unhaunted cave would just be lame. Character actor Leo Gordon wrote the script, but who on earth would be given the all-important directing duties of bringing a Wasp Woman to the screen? Safe hands? While Corman directed the bulk of the film, the movie did have a prologue shot later on by director Jack Hill of Coffee and Foxy Brown, which explains the scene where the Wasp Woman hides razor blades in her afro. The extra scenes were shot much later to help pad the running time for a television airing. Most copies of the movie list the running time at 63 minutes. My copy is 72 minutes. That's 9 minutes longer. Goody. Oh, but it still rushes us into these opening credits. Pfft, these aren't wasps or women. This is a Wasp Woman. Someone should shut this movie off. I'm allergic to opening credits. This is the first movie I've seen that's funded entirely by Honey Nut Cheerios. Ooh, it's Midwest camping. There's only one way to keep algae out of your lungs. Beekeeper suit. Somehow this is going to turn into the live-action version of that Donald Duck cartoon where he dressed as a giant bee. There's easier ways to get honey. Just go to the fucking store! Oh, right. It's about wasps.
Let's drain the wasps from the clinker brick tree. Sir, don't offer the wasps a spot of tea. They already have enough.
Dr. Zinthorpe would have preferred to fart directly onto the wasps, but after 100 stings on the ass, he felt it better to bottle his farts first.
This is gonna be the best prank we've ever done! The schools think they're getting a box of textbooks, but it's really a bunch of bees!
Good morning, Doc. What you got there?
Ants.
Judging from the border on this shot, I think the entire movie is shot from the point of view of a beekeeper suit. And when I said beekeeper suit, I didn't mean literal suit. You're overdressed.
They honey needs your kind of man, Renfro. You stay with it, and I can see a bright future for you with the company.
Well, I do try to do my best, Mr. Barker.
I can't tell who is talking. No one seems to trust that Dr. Zinthorpe.
Boy, there's a nut. Him and his bees. You know, it wouldn't surprise me someday to see him flapping his arms, taking off after some queen bee with the rest of the drones.
What I'm saying is, I wouldn't put it past him to fuck a bee. And just because you and the bees like your own bottled farts, doesn't mean I have to smell your swamp ass. Dr. Colonel Sanders' cameo, though, has a great plan.
Mr. Barker, I'm on the verge of a great discovery.
Discovery? What do you mean?
Apple Cinnamon Cheerios. With the power of wasp jelly, the doctor can now reverse aging.
What do you see?
See a big dog and a little dog.
Well, they're exactly the same age.
Yes, but can we sew them together ass to mouth? This is too groundbreaking. We're gonna have to fire you, Doctor. This is a hornet company. Now all the Doctor is left with is his wasps. This is just like Pinocchio, if you replaced Figaro and Cleo with a box of wasps. Anyway, the chart shows that we were gonna make this movie for 75 cents, but turns out we can do it for 25 cents. Susan Cabot plays Janice, head of a cosmetics company, which sales are way down and no one knows why.
Now, right here in April is when Starlin sales started falling off.
Very clever of you, Lane.
Would you mind waiting until I finish, Miss Starlin?
That's enough, Lane. Please, male wasps are talking here, honeybee.
The real problem, uggos.
The public have come to accept you as a symbol. Well, now, after 16 years, they see a different face. They don't trust it. They feel cheated.
The same thing happened when the Gerber baby grew up and this face was plastered all over baby food jars. That settles it. You're too ugly to sell cosmetics, Grandma.
Well, that's about all I've got to say.
A darn good job of saying it, too.
I agree. Lane makes a lot of sense on that score, Miss Starlin.
Then they all slapped their dicks together and talked about their problem with the blacks.
It's clear that only one thing can save her face and her company. Wasp jelly.
I'd stay away from wasps if I were you, Miss Starlin. Socially, the queen wasp is on level with the black widow spider. They're both carnivorous. They paralyze their victims and then take their time devouring them alive.
How the fuck did this conversation come up?
Did someone order wasps for a kid's birthday party? Hello? You have an ugly face that could be improved upon by wasp stings. Don't know why he had to carry the Mogwai himself. He could ask one of the crew members casting a shadow. Allow me to introduce my de-aging jelly. Take this older guinea pig, for instance. With an injection of wasp jelly, the old guinea pig will turn into a baby guinea pig. And by that I mean it's a rat now. Here, let me inject you with it. It'll turn you into a giraffe. I don't understand this movie's science. I never understand these movies' science.
Well, Miss Starlin, with my,
What the fuck was that transition? Did this movie just come on itself?
She's so old, though. I don't know if this jelly will help. Susan Cabot was 32 in 1959. Back then, that's practically 80. This poor bastard is 500. Let's take this discovery immediately to the yes board. Yes. Yes. They had to resort to wasp jelly before the 80s invented just taking off your glasses and letting your hair down. Allow us to better explain this with the power of montage. Wasp jelly is so strong it turns them back into honeybees. This movie is so short it's practically an episode of 5-second movies. And now back to 5-second movies. Today's episode, Mad Men in 5 seconds.
Oh, women.
Men.
Uh-oh, J. Jonah Jack Daniels has been listening the entire time. They're not too sure about this miracle wasp jelly.
the only damage they can do is to your pocketbook. A quack can be fatal.
I see the rest of that line stepped onto the elevator before you did.
This old fart is still here. I think your hair may need a bit of jelly. You're never too bald for bad hat hair.
Oh, wait. I take that back.
These girls needed a desk to dish at before the invention of water coolers.
Calls me to tell me Dr. Cyclops is on Channel 9 tonight. Christ, I've seen it twice already.
And then she injected the wasp jelly, which turned her into Chloe from Lloyd. This movie needs to be more likable. Quick, put a kitten in it.
That's incredible. Say, Mark.
Forget.
You're young again.
It used to be a Wolverine. Now for Janice to take her first injection, which will make her hot. The music is telling me that this is going to turn out perfectly fine.
Mr. Gleason of a...
Oh my god, it turned her into a fucking intercom!
Why isn't she a Wasp Woman yet? Still not wasps. It's coming down pretty hard out there. Oh my God, it's already working. She went from looking perfectly fine to looking perfectly fine. Still though, Perry Off-White has issues.
He claims he can stimulate the processes of rejuvenation through the use of enzymes extracted from wasps.
Yes. Business, wasp, business. Now give us a table dance, sweet cheeks.
We need to fire Janice to put forth our plan of putting good hard dick on every cosmetics label we own. Hang on a second. Cosmetics factory, aging, science. She's gonna have to fight a Catwoman at the end of this, isn't she? Best speed up the process. No, what are you doing? That was meant for chickens. You're gonna turn into this lady. And now she's addicted to heroin. This doctor sucks. I can't believe she's been in this room for 5 minutes and hasn't noticed this lady's head on the table. Now to get out of here without making a noise. Now the cat's awake. My God, Janice, is that really you? You look so much the same. Her new look is a hit.
Maureen. I think your phone is ringing.
Oh, yes, Miss Darling. Good morning.
Ooh, that secretary wants to fuck Janice. So does God.
No, what are you doing? You're putting your glasses on. You're ugly again. Janice's beauty appears to render everyone in the room speechless.
Except the rain, it's still going.
Wait till you hear about my miracle wasps. Are you too sure you should be left alone in here without a penis? I mean a pipe penis. The wasps not only make you hot, but they also give you the crazy eyes.
Tell me, how old do I look? Tell me, how old?
I guess Charlotte York got her eyes from her grandma here.
There are, however, some side effects to wasp jelly. Actually, that wasn't because of the wasp jelly. That was because he buried Mittens in the pet cemetery beforehand. That was highly unnecessary.
Just listen to the storm outside. There's dead people rising from the grave all over the fucking place.
Uh-oh, Sherlock has caught Dr. Zinthrop on his way to the park to flash more insects. Let's check out this lab. Yes? Maybe? Yes? I can't confirm my yes yet. I'm confused by science.
Speaking of confused, I think the doctor gets hit by a car? Or lightning hits him?
Find him, Mr. Hellman.
I'm sorry, did a wasp just poke holes into the fucking film?
Perhaps this detective will help us locate the good doctor.
Her phone number.
It might be better if I busted in on her cold. This way she'll have a chance to prepare a story.
I know what I'm doing.
Look, I want to walk in on her in the shower, okay? I thought that was your company's motto. Jerry, the private investigator cameo, will do the trick. Apparently, this movie was still filming beyond its 1959 release date and TV prologue, because there are definitely some early 60s cars in the shot. I'm looking for this old man, and will you sign this petition to keep fatties off the makeup labels?
No, I haven't seen this person. I'm blind, you son of a bitch! Oops, sorry.
My God, they're never gonna find it. Oh, there he is. He's in the hospital.
He's had a severe injury and there's definite brain damage. Just how much, we can't tell as yet.
This is a 50s hospital. We only know how to apply bandages to people's heads. And holy shit, the doctor is Herschel Gordon Lewis. That was a close call, Janice. You don't mind if I penis in your office, do you?
I'm more of a marmalade guy, but I could use some of that jelly.
Brace yourselves. There's not really a giant wasp in this movie. Just a dumb mask.
This is for calling me sugar tits at my mother's funeral.
Now they're not so sure about releasing wasp jelly that turns you into a murdering wasp, but Janice has an answer for that.
Don't fuck with me, fellas! This ain't my first time at the rodeo.
I know of one guy who needs to be stung by a giant wasp.
Hi, pretty puss. You know where, Miss Darling's office is?
You get out of here, Schneider, from One Day at a Time. Soon I'm gonna own this company.
Yeah, whatever, Mr. Weinstein.
And wait a minute, I know that delivery man. It's a shame he got demoted after being an executive in the boardroom meetings. Who needs that useless hospital when you can just stay right here in our offices? We have rapey delivery men.
We're a walking lawsuit.
Don't go getting any ideas about the boss.
Me? Don't be silly. I just wanted to know that I'm an eager member of the team. Still, she is looking a lot younger these days, isn't she?
She is now worthy of Guy Smiley's dick.
For the last time I told you to replace these windows. I'm injuring my neck whenever I turn into a wasp and try flying out of them.
I bet they have a great plan to solve this murder mystery.
Have a look around Cooper's lab, for one thing. After that, I don't know.
Thanks, brain dead Charlie. Why should I be rooting against the Wasp Woman again? Unfortunately, the doctor can't make more jelly due to the whole being hit by a car thing. You know what that means. Tito Jackson, what are you doing here? Something is definitely wrong in this building. It keeps cutting to that shot of bees. That doesn't have anything to do with the plot at all. Dr. Zinthrup, meanwhile, is still having Son of Frankenstein flashbacks. Let's ramp up this climax. We're barely over an hour in.
What about...
Perfectly normal reaction to seeing that in front of your face. The sky seems scareder than you are. Seriously, Doctor, you should have known this would have happened. You were in Return of the Fly.
Never mind, I'll save the day myself.
No, don't do that. Wasps love garbage. I can't tell what's going on here. Was the editor too busy swatting away actual wasps in the editing room? Here, this random thing of acid will do the trick. Great, never mind Catwoman. She's the Joker now. Scratch that. She's Catwoman again. It was important that I review this movie from Transylvania. Wait for it. Wait for it. Oh, I guess the thunder stopped now. And then the company survived by agreeing that this all happened because Janice was on her period. The end. Ha ha ha, 50s. Didn't I just watch this movie last week, only it was about a carnosaur? Roger Corman certainly made many films of sheer beauty, such as the wonderfully shot Edgar Allan Poe adaptations, plus the provocative race film The Intruder, but he made The Wasp Woman, so all his movies are The Wasp Woman. Never mind the movie's commentary on office sexual politics, or the role beauty has in society and in a person's career, and the desperate lengths someone is willing to go through in order to survive it. It's just about Wasp Women. The Wasp Woman was still somewhat influential. The film Rejuvenator was inspired by The Wasp Woman, and the film was remade by director Jim Wynorski in 1995, featuring Jennifer Rubin from A Nightmare on Elm Street 3 in the title role. I can already tell which poster artists had their heart more so in the project. But at the end of the day, the Wasp Woman never flew. My dreams of flying Wasp Women are shattered. And that's what I think of the 1959 movie The Wasp Woman. It's not very good. I seem to be getting a phone call. Who could be calling me at this hour?
Snob, it's Steve.
Steve? Who the fuck is Steve?
Steve Gudenstein, your agent. I was in your Heaven's Gate video.
Oh, right. I do remember that.
You just upset the entire Wasp Woman community. This is absolutely terrible PR.
What? But I haven't even released the video yet.
Doesn't matter. The internet works fast now. We need a project that's going to bring people back. Be it Wasp people, bee people, cat people, and maybe even Junebug people.
You want me to do a sequel to the Snob movie, don't you?
I definitely want you to do a sequel to the Snob movie.
Are you just upset that you weren't in the first film?
It would have been perfect! I can take a cell phone to the eye like a champion.
Hey, yeah, okay. Do you have any ideas for the sequel?
I've got plenty of scripts submitted to me by my interns. We have Cinema Snob in space. The world will end unless Cinema Snob reviews the long-lost E.T. porno.
Pass? Doesn't even make sense. I've reviewed all the E.T. pornos. I think.
Okay. We have more. Cinema Snob goes to camp. Snob becomes a camp counselor and leads a ragtag team of shots in a roller derby competition.
No one would hire me as a camp counselor. The only way I'd do that film is if it were a shot-for-shot remake of Ernest Goes to Camp, with a little summer camp nightmare thrown in there.
How about a swap? The Fall of the Wall. This before Linkara's wedding, you both wish to switch places when Fat Grandma gives Linkara a cheeky idol as a wedding gift.
You're getting warmer, but I think Linkara is still stuck at my old place.
I'm the one who keeps hanging these posters up.
Okay. I think you're gonna like this one. Another Cinema Snob movie. After the Craig Golightly's latest movie bombs, he sets out on a cross-country trip to see his father. And along the way, runs into problems with a cult of clowns and a house of cannibals.
That's the last script you have, isn't it?
It is.
Okay, I'll do it. And you want to be in it too, don't you?
It already has my character in the script.
Yeah, okay, I'm sure that's a coincidence. Another Cinema Snob movie coming soon.
Rock, Cinema Snob. Rock, Cinema Snob. Rock, Cinema Snob. 5 movies you got it. Thank you very much. Rock, Cinema Snob.
Janice Starlin Enterprises. I got 2 words for you. Drop dead. Twice.